This is the structure that you can go through at any time, okay? You start feeling like your sacral's blocked up, or you feel a toxic energy has come in, or you feel like somebody's latched onto you, right? Or you're doing some work, some meditation, you're doing some things, and you feel something rise up in you. You can do the 4Ds, okay? Let's talk real quick. So this is the structure that you can go through at any time, okay? You start feeling like your sacral's blocked up, or you feel a toxic energy has come in, or you feel like somebody's latched onto you, right? Or you're doing some work, some meditation, you're doing some things, and you feel something rise up in you. You can do the 4Ds, okay? It means you come within, you connect with whatever it is, connect first, then detach. What are we talking about? We're talking about unhooking what is attached to you. And we're talking about unhooking what you may be attached to that you didn't know, or in a way that you didn't know. And I always say you want to detach in a way that it wants to detach from you. And part of that is energetically unhooking yourself. So there's detaching. So knowing in your head, knowing in the back of your head, I'm detaching and I am also unhooking you, right? So I detach. 1, 2, I dissolve. And it's exactly that, right? It's like you can picture it in your head. Just like melting away, right? It's a melting away, dissolve. Then delete. You know, in the computers, when you backspace or you delete, it isn't really gone. You know that. For the most part, you can control Z, right? You think you deleted, but then you're like, oh, let me get that back. Let me get that back. You control Z, right? Or you're looking for the arrow up top. Let me undo. So I can bring it back. And sometimes you're doing this unconsciously. We'll talk about energetically, right? And you're like, oh, that was good. I did that energy work. I released it. You know, walk down the street, you done control Z. Okay. So I was thinking when I wrote this, when I was feeling into how I'm going to teach this, I remember when you had the typewriter, right? I know I'm dating myself. Some of y'all ain't been on a typewriter, but when you was on a typewriter, right? And you typed the thing, that thing came up and boop, imprinted the word in the paper, right? And then it came out with delete, where you didn't have to use the whiteout anymore. You could actually delete the word, but the imprint of the word was still on the paper. You understanding me? The ink is gone, but the imprint is still there. And this is what's happening energetically. So this is why then the next step is crucial: decreate. I detach first, I dissolve, I delete, and I decreate. Let me explain decreate for you. And if you don't understand it, you don't get it, don't worry. Your subconscious understands. Your subconscious remembers. They just came out with a paper in quantum. Y'all know I'm in the Goddess Collective. We're in quantum. We're in quantum creation. We're talking about quantum. We're talking about thought creation because it is a thing. Okay. So they just came out with a paper. Check this out. They have discovered that particles, wait a minute now, because you've already realized through the double slit experiment that particles can change based on your observation, right? So what do I say? The observer matters, right? What you are seeing, the observer matters, right? Light particles told us that. They decided we're going to come out and tell y'all. We change based on what you observe. That's the double slit experiment. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Okay, so now they're continuing to study particles in quantum, and now the particles told them, I'm being facetious, that they can, based on the observer, the particle can make a decision and change what it was in the past. It's called retrocausality. So what this means is when we decide to dwell on the past, we are what's causing the past and the effects of the past and the outcomes of the past to remain the same. Hold on, I need y'all to hear this clearly. But when you decide on the power of now, don't get offended, but I'm gonna say it this way. When you decide on the power of now, you change shit. You need to understand this. It's not what they have labeled woo-woo. It is reality now. So when you speak from your spiritual authority, I decreate, you are actually changing some shit in your body, in your energy, in your mind, and most importantly, in your consciousness. Okay. So it's the 4Ds. You don't need to think about the definition of each D, right? It's you feel the energy and you're like, oh, hell no, not today. I detach, dissolve, delete, I decreate. Okay. I want to give that to you. I want to gift that to you because for you to recalibrate your energy, it requires decision. It requires resolve. It requires conviction. It requires a choosing of you. That's what it requires. It requires you to actually be able to acknowledge what's not yours, what's in your space, what's in your energy, and then decide. And when you do, you reclaim your portal by declaring and decreeing. No, I detach, dissolve, delete, decreate. Now we can go deeper. When you decreate, you can choose to pinpoint where it was created. You can choose to do that.